I met Jake at Ada's wedding. He was the best man's friend. Tall, easy smile, the kind of laugh that made a whole table turn and look. He found me by the drinks table and said, "You're the only person here who hasn't laughed at one of my jokes yet. I'm going to fix that." He did. 20 minutes later, I was laughing so hard I spilled my drink. He texted me before I even got home that night. Not the next day, that night. Made it back safe? Small thing, but nobody had asked me that in a long time. 2 weeks in, my best friend Penny met him for the first time. We were leaving a birthday dinner and he'd come to walk me to the car. In the parking lot after he left, she went quiet, then said, "He's a lot, oh." I laughed. "A lot of what?" She shrugged. "I don't know, just a lot." I told her that's just confidence. She didn't push it, neither did I. Months passed the way months do when you're happy. He remembered my coffee order, my mother's name, the exact way I take offense to being interrupted. He called me his person. I felt chosen in a way I hadn't in years. But somewhere in there, without a single argument to point to, my world got smaller. Girls' night became, "I miss you when you're out." So I went out less. An opinion about his friend's business idea became a whole conversation about why I always have to have an opinion. So I started rounding my opinions down before they left my mouth. I didn't notice I was doing it. I just noticed I was tired in a way I couldn't explain. Penny brought it up again in month 5. We were at her place and she asked gently, "When last did you tell me what you actually think about something? Not what you think he'll be okay with. What you think." I got defensive, told her she didn't understand our dynamic. I didn't call her for 2 weeks after that. It was easier than sitting with what she'd said. Then one random Tuesday, nothing dramatic happened. We were at dinner and I disagreed with something he said about a mutual friend. I heard myself start to soften it before I even finished the sentence. Heard myself add, "But maybe I'm wrong," to something I wasn't wrong about. And in that exact moment, Uduak's voice arrived in my head, word for word. "When last did you tell me what you actually think?" I went home that night and did something I hadn't done in months. I counted. Not him. Me. What I'd given up quietly one Tuesday at a time to keep things easy. The friends I saw less. The opinions I stopped finishing. The version of me that used to argue about anything. Gone soft and agreeable and small. I realized disappearing doesn't always look like disappearing. Sometimes it looks like a woman who's still there, still smiling, still answering to her own name, but has quietly stopped being fully in the room. I ended it 2 weeks later. Calm conversation, no big scene. He asked what changed. I told him nothing changed. I just came back. I called Penny that same night. Before I could even explain, she said, "I know." I asked how. She said, "Because you sound like you again." Here's what stayed with me after. The people who love you can see you clearly, even in the moments you can't see yourself. Not because they know more than you, but because they're not standing inside the thing, trying to survive it. When someone who loves you keeps gently pointing at the same spot, that's not judgment. That's a mirror, and a mirror doesn't lie to keep the peace. She wasn't warning me about him. She was trying to bring me back to me.